Hello everyone, welcome on my YouTube channel. First of all, if you are new on my YouTube channel, then please go and subscribe the Knowledge Place KP. This is my channel. Okay, so now in this video, I'm discussing with you how to create a web template. Okay, using HTML and CSS. This is the new fundamental with the idea of the detoxify. Okay, so this is my web template that we are going to see in our video. Okay, so how to create with HTML and CSS. Okay, so first of all, I'm copying that all this image that I am using on my particularly website, that all I am copying over here. Okay, then also I have downloaded the font awesome 4.7.0 for the font icons, to use the different font icons. Okay, and also the various images that I'm going to use in my website. Okay, so here I am opening that particularly folder that I have already copied that all these images. First of all, okay, so see, all these images and particularly these two folders are showing us, and now I'm creating first detoxify.html file. Okay, and also I am creating the CSS file style.css that I am using this web template. Okay, so now okay, so here I am setting first the title, that is an detoxify web template. Okay, then you are going to say how to set this icons. Okay, so first we are setting that particularly icons. So link relation is equal to shortcut. Okay, shortcut icon that I'm setting, and href is equal to that particularly image, that is an icon.jpg. Okay, so let me check first that our icon is set or not. Yes, see here the name of that particularly HTML file, and here that I am already set it as a title. Okay, with this particularly icon. Okay, so now our next step is to set the font. Okay, so for that I'm going on a Google font. Okay, so for that I am using Amatic font family. Okay, so this particularly font family that I am using for some of that content. Okay, so that I'm importing on my CSS. So copying this particularly and pasting over here. And next First of all, I am setting the margin and padding should be 0. Okay, so my margin is 0, then padding property is also going to be 0, and also the box sizing property, that is in border box, that I am setting over here. Okay, so next we have to create in our body section, that is an header. Okay, so first of all we are going to see this particularly navigation sections. Okay, so div dot, that particularly class name as in I'm setting as in detox main. Okay, then div dot detox main new, the second class. Okay, in that I'm setting first the name. Okay, so that name I am setting is in detoxify. Okay, next I have a new section, so new, in that ul greater than li into the 5 navigation. Okay, so into 5 greater than a, no, not working, 5. Okay, our li is created, so a href that I am setting. Why this is not created? Okay, so I'm copying all this. Home, then recipes, then hash features, then we have next navigation as in about, and there is some space, so I'm creating the space using this. Okay, and the last we have a href is equal to in double inverted quoted that I'm setting as in contact us. Okay, so here I am also going to give the space. Okay, so our navigation should be done, navigation menu should be done. So now we are going to first style this particularly content. So here I am creating the two section for this, and the next, first of all we are designing for detox main. So dot detox main, so width is in 100%. Okay, okay, then next we have this particularly class. So also I have weight should be 100%, height should be, that I'm setting is in 100 pixel. So next we have the padding property, the padding should be 13 pixel, then display that all this content in an inline flex manner. Okay, and justify that all this content should be the space between. and the background should be white. Okay, so let me see first. Okay, so our content is ready. So next I have to create this particularly H1. Okay, so detox main name H1 class, sorry, H1 tag. The font size is a 30 pixel. Then color, that is in black. Okay, then font weight should be bold. Text transformation should be uppercase. Okay, then letter spacing that I am already created. Letter spacing should be 1 pixel. Okay, and control Z, and font family property. That is in Sans Pro, that I have to download it, not yes Pro with the sans serif. Okay, let me check first because I have not included that particularly, so there is no change. So first of all I have to go for it. So yes, make and choose Sano Pro. Also I have to add this style. Okay, so let me set first at this family also, and this font family also. Okay, so I'm changing this. Okay, now it could be done. So directly I am copying this role and pasting in this web page. Okay, okay, it could be done. So let me check now. There's no change. What is the problem? Yes, we have to set or we have to add this CSS file over here. So this is a mistake. Link relation is equal to style sheet, type href is equal to style.css. Okay, so now, okay, so our content is done. Okay, so next we have this particularly new section. Okay, so dot detox main new ULLI. Okay, ULLI. So this display property should be inline. Okay, then list is type, that style type should be none, and padding property, that is setting as in 13 pixel. Okay, okay, so our navigation menu is done now. So now we are working on this particularly navigation menu. Okay, so next we have copying this particularly class with A. Okay, so here I have to set the text decoration should be none. Okay, font size should be 20 pixel. Okay, text transformation should be uppercase. Letter spacing property, that is a 1 pixel. Color that I am setting is in white, sorry, black, or the font family, that is this particular Control C, and here Control V, it should be same. Okay, so our navigation section is done. Okay, so before this we have to set or I have to first going to be set this home class as an active, that we are seeing over here. So this is an active. So here in this particularly I have set it, that is class is equal to active. Okay, so dot active class. Okay, detox so there is a text shadow property that I already applied on this hover effect. So first of all I am setting for this active class, and then we are going to set for this hover. Okay, so let me check first. Okay, this is done. So now we are applying the same style on this hover effect. Okay, so I'm copying this, Control C, and Control. Okay, okay, so I have to set the transition property first. So transition, okay, so see, complete. Now we are going to set this next section. This is the particularly inner section. Okay, after navigation, so I'm adding after the main after this particularly section. Okay, so here detox inner content, sorry, so I have to create it here, the div section, div dot detox inner. Okay, so this the second div we have to create it, that is a detox inner content. Okay, and I'm copying this text. Then there is an h1 tag, so Control C, and here there is an Control V. Okay, and also there is an h2 Control C, and here the Control V, and another that is in there is a button. So for this I have to create the button. So button class is equal to button that I am creating, that get started today, that is the name is in get person and BSP started and percent today. Okay, so let me check. So our content is done now. So the next step is to create our styles. Okay, so sectioning. Okay, so first of all we have to set for the detox inner class. So background is a linear gradient property, so RGBA. So the image name should be our images. So our image is done. So next we have the height that I am setting as an 18 VH. Okay, next width should be 100%. Background attachment property here I am using is in fixed. Background position should be center. Background size is in cover. Okay, so Yes, this image is I have to check this image. Strawberry, yes. Yes. Okay, now it will be done. Okay, so so now we are going for this particularly second class, that is in detox. In our content, okay, position should be relative, adding property, that is 100 pixel and 16 pixel from left and right. Okay, and also there is a color property that we have to set, that is in white. Okay. So this could be done now. Now the next we have this particular class name, and we have a content as a P. So the padding 20 pixel from top and bottom, and left and right should be 0. Font size, that is in 20 pixel. Font weight should be bold. Text transformation should be uppercase. And the letter spacing that I'm using is in 1 pixel. Okay, so the next we have the H1, so I'm copying this and copying over here, pasting here. For the H1 that we have, the padding should be same. Padding is in 20 pixel from top and bottom. Left and right should be 0, that is font size is increasing as in 15 pixel. Okay, and here I am using the font family property, that is in this one, you can see. Okay, okay, so can we check first? Let me check first. Okay, so it would be done now. The next we have this H2, so I'm copying this and H2. Sorry, padding should be 20 pixel 0. Okay, next the font size 25 pixel. Font family the same as it is. Font weight is bold, and the letter spacing that I'm setting 1 pixel. Okay, so this is, and now next we have to work for this button. Okay, so Control V dot button class. Okay, so this particularly margin that I am setting is in 10 pixel and 0, and padding also I am setting, that is in 10 pixel top and bottom. Left and right is 0. Height is in 15 pixel. Width as an 215 pixel. Then font size, is a 15 pixel. Okay, font weight, I'm setting as in 700. Background, that is in lime green. Okay, and text transformation should be uppercase. Okay, text transformation should be uppercase. Border should be none. And border radius that we are setting, that is in 15 pixel. Okay, and transition is in 0.7 second, because that I am setting whenever I am applying for this hover effect. Okay, so our button is going to be ready, and let me check first in this. Yes, there is a color should be white. Okay, now we are setting for the hover effect. So let Control C, Control V, and hover effect that I am setting as a background orange. Okay, so here I'm already set the transition property, so you can say the okay, our color should be easily changed. Okay, so this one part is ready. So next we have this particularly section, we have to create this particularly next section. So I am, after completing my this particularly section, okay, inner section, I have to create the another section, that is an Health-Detox inner box. Okay, Health-Detox inner row. So first, that is in far. Okay, so our icon first, then we have the heading, that is fruits. Okay, copying this, and Control C, and here the Control V. Okay, then we have button class that I am setting as in button 1, and okay, so this all this I am copying, Control C, and here the Control V 2 times. Okay, so first of all I have to remove this. So there is an cubes, is in vegetable. Okay, then this also I'm going to remove this. And fa glass. There is in juice. Okay, so our content is done. Now we what the next step is yes. Now we are going to style this content. So after completing here, we have the detox inner box. Okay, detox inner box. Width is in 100%. Background color. That is in nice blue. Margin top. It is in -15 pixel. And the margin bottom, that is 115 pixel. Okay, margin left, that is in 6%. Maximum width, that is in 1100 pixel. The box shadow property is in 0, 2 pixel, 4 pixel, 0, light gray. Okay. So our content is on a same size, so I have to next we have this particularly class, Control C, and here dot Control V, inner content row. So displays an inline flex. Okay, and align content should be space between. Okay, so this is ready. So now we have, yes, next we have to set the colors. Okay, so Control V, column, and child property that I am using 1N. So the background color, that is in NPQ white, and color, that is in 0. Okay, then detox inner column and child to N. So the background color is in lime green, and also the color property here, it is in white. me check. Okay, our content color is ready, but our icon is not visible, so I have to first link, sorry, font awesome, and we have the css file and font awesome css. Now we have to see this. Okay, so our icon is coming. Okay, so next step, after completing this, we have to work on icon. So directly after completing this, I'm copying this particularly class name and pasting here, and for icon we have to set the font size should be 13 pixel. Okay, and adding property 14 pixel from top and bottom and 20 pixel from left and right. Okay, next we have this particularly h1. So in our column for all this 3 content, that is an h1. So adding should be 10 pixel and 20 pixel from top and bottom. Also the font size property, that is in 20 pixel. Okay, then letter spacing is a 1 pixel. Text transformation should be uppercase. So any one of the mini letter is missing, then it could be covered. Then font grade is a 200. Okay, and we have the speak tag and this particularly content. So sorry, dot detox. Sorry, where is my column? Yes, here it is, column T, and adding the same control C and control V. Then font size is an 18 pixel. Then line height should be 25 pixel and font weight property, that is in 200. Okay, so let me check first. Our content is done. Okay, so next we have to work on this particularly button. Okay, so our next step is the detox inner column dot button 1. So the margin that I am setting first, margin property is a 20 pixel from all the side, top, bottom, left, and okay, it could be done. Next, that is in padding property, so 8 pixel from top and bottom and 20 pixel from left and right. Okay, then border property, that is in 1 pixel solid light gray color. Okay, and border radius is in 5 pixel, and text transformation we have to use. I'm already using in each and every sections. Then also the font size is a 10 pixel. Okay, and letter spacing, yes, letter spacing is also the one of the most using in this particularly web template. Okay, so could be done. Now the next step is in hover effect. Okay, so firstly I am setting here the transition effect. Firstly, that is in 0.5 second easy. Okay, so detox inner call, the button 1 over, the background color is in orange and the color is in white. Okay, after completing this section, now we have to designing this section. Okay, so let me first design the HTML code. So after completing my header section, here I am giving first comment. Okay, so now the section, so first I am creating the class that is an detox inner content one, that there is an another class as an div dot detox inner row and detail class as an div dot detox inner column 1. Okay, so I'm copying this content. Again, there is in BR section or in a H1 tag. Okay, so I'm copying this. Okay, and there is one button, so I'm copying the next. After completing this particular content, same, it is a button class name as in button. Okay, and same, it is in get BSP started today. Okay, not today, there is a now. Okay, okay, so after completing this, I'm copying this particularly div section from here and pasting here and removing all this content. So there is another div section, class name as in IM1, okay, for the image, and I'm keeping this image src is equal to IM1 dot jpg, okay. Then same again, div dot img, sorry, im2 class and image src is equal to im2 dot jpg, okay. So our second section is completed. Now we are going for the designing part. So first of all, here I have to define the section first. Section 2, the class name, okay. And that the width is in 100%. Then background color, light blue, okay. And padding property, that is a 15 pixel and 13 pixel, okay. So now the next we have to define. For this already we are setting the property of this particularly class. So now I am setting property of this, okay. So padding should be 20 pixel and 13 pixel, okay. And also the font size should be 20 pixel and font weight is in also 200. Letter spacing, that is in 1 pixel, and color, that is in orange, okay. So for this is for H2, okay. Okay, so can we see and can we check first? So our content is ready, but we have to set these images. So let we check, or let we go for the H1, okay. So Control C and here the Control V, there is an H1. For the H1 there is the same padding property, the top bottom with a 20 pixel, left and right is in 13 pixel, font size should be in 15 pixel, and the font family, okay. So I have to copy this particularly font family from here, Control C, and here there is an Control V, okay. So my H1 content is ready. Now we have to set for this particularly P tag. So copying this and here Control V and changing from H1 to P, and the padding should be same, it is in 20 pixel and 13 pixel, and also the font size should be 18 pixel, and the line height, that is in 20 pixel now, okay. So let me check the content. So our content is ready, but we have to set this images now. So let me design the image first. So for this particularly class dot Control V and image, okay. So the height of this image, that is in 200 pixel, and also the width as in 300 pixel. Okay, image. So detox column 1 dot m1 image for this an image. So the margin should be 10% and 0. Okay, and also there is a second image, so I'm copying this particularly class, and margin should be minus 20%, 100 pixel. Okay, so let me check the output first. Okay, so our image is set now. Now we are working for this particularly button. So this all the content my button should be same as in that we are designing before. Okay, so I'm copying for this particularly button code and this, so I have to change only this particularly class. So Control V and dot button, I'm copying the all this content that I already set it for this button. Okay, Control C, and here there is in Control V. Okay, so same thing I have to copying for a hover effect. So Control C, and here I'm copying Control V. Okay, I have to change only the name of this particularly class. So there is an Control C, and here Control V. Okay, so let me check. Okay, so our button working already properly. The reason set, we have to set the margin should be same. Okay, so we are setting the margin as in 20 pixel. Here I have to change only the margin property. Okay, so can we, okay, yes, here I have to change. So let me check. Yes, now it could be 20 pixel. Okay, so our button is ready now. So this section is going to be ready. Now we have to design. There isn't some mistake in this, but I have done in this particularly web template. So first, now the next section, our next section is this particularly card image. So now we are going to designing our next section, that is in section 3. Okay, so now here I'm commenting first, that is in section 3. Okay, so now there is in section, like section. Okay, I'm creating the section, then the div dot detox inner card, then h1. I'm copying from here, Control C, and here Control V, then same C and here Control V. Okay, now after completing this section, that is after completing this section, then I have another new section, that is a detox inner layout, div.detox grid, then div.detox grid item, and in this particularly section there is a detox card. Okay, so here image, there is also I'm setting the class, that is a detox R image, src is equal to im11 jpg and div.detox card contained, there is an one h1, that is first card. Okay, so Control C and here Control V. Okay, then we have the P tag, Control C and here Control V. Okay, and there is a one link, so href is equal to hash okay. So now the next I am going to be copying this particularly one, two, and three. Control Z, C, Control V, Control V for the 3 times, and here changing, there is M2 and here the M3. Okay, and there is an changing here fruit juice, there is an vegetable juice, and here smoothie. Okay, this all this content should be same. Now we are going to be assigning this content, so let me check our content is now ready with this images. Okay, now I have to create here the section comment first. So the section 3 and my first card. My first class, that is an detox inner grade. So sorry, margin block I am setting, that is in 115 pixel, and inner card h1 for this particularly property. So Control V, and here for this h1. Okay, so h1 font size should be in 16 pixel, text align center. Okay, font weight is in bold, and font family should be metric. C. God save. Okay. So I have to copying this. So C is small. So I'm copying this font family. Control C. Okay. Now the next for this P. So dot Control V. Control Z. Sorry. Last name. Inner card is in E tag. So adding bottom that I'm setting 15 pixel. Okay, font size should be 20 pixel and text align should be center. So let me check. Okay, our content is done. For now we have to set this particularly content of this images. So let me just design. After going for this class we have to set the detox inner layout class. Okay, so adding property is in 16 pixel from all the sides. Justify content should be center. Okay, display as in flex property and align item as in center. Okay, next we have the class that is in detox grade. So dot detox grade class. So margin should be 20 pixel and 15 pixel. Display as in grade. Width should be 100%. Grade gap should be 35 pixel. And grid template columns. Okay, so I have to create this columns first. That is in 1.0 FR. The same 1.0 FR and 1.0 FR. Okay, so our grid is created. Now we have to select these images. Okay. So the next is in this particular class. Control C and okay. So background color should be a light blue. Then overflow hidden property. Box shadow property is in 5 pixel. Slate gray. Cursor is in pointer. And next we have this particularly images. Okay, so Control C and here the Control V. So let me check our content is ready now, or our designing is set. Okay, according to this, so now we have to set the images height. So display should be in a block format. Okay, width should be 100%. Height setting as a 14 VH, and object fit property, that is in cover. Okay, so our images is set now. Next we are design, or next we are going for a content. Okay, so in our content, so this particularly class that I am copying first, and yes, here there is a first H1. The padding property, that is at 20 pixel, 10 pixel, sorry. Okay, then font size property, that is in 20 pixel. Okay, then we have the content P. So let me just design, Control V, and here the query. Font size should be in 15 pixel. Padding property, that is in 10 pixel from top and bottom, 10 pixel from left and right, and the line height should be 20 pixel. Okay, and we have to design for this particularly. Anchor tag, so our link, whatever you have said, that the font size is an 18 pixel, and also the color that I am setting is a lime green. Okay, and padding should be same as in this particularly padding, Control C, and here the Control V. Okay, now we have to check this particularly section. So our content is ready with this section, so now we have to designing this particularly hover effect. So let me just designing this hover effect. So here I am creating this animations at the rate keyframes. Okay, animate, the name is an animate. Okay, and the 0% that I'm setting is in transform, rotate 20°, and also there is an 100% that I'm setting as in transform, rotate -20°. Okay, and after this there is an, we have to create the hover effect. So our card, okay, so I have to copying this particular class for the hover effect. So animation, name of the animation, that is in animate 0.7 second, easy. Okay, okay, so our animation is done. So now our next section, after completing this particularly section, we have to designing this fourth section. Okay, then we are moving on the next section. So let me first code Rudrasana. Let me first code our next section, that is in section 4. So class in section, okay, sorry, the section, then we have to design the class div dot detox inner content. Okay, then div dot detox inner row div dot detox inner equal to, okay, and h. Okay, so over this particularly section is ready, and I am Control C, and here the Control V. I have to remove the spot section, and here div dot another section. One. Okay. And image as in, okay, so image is ready. So let me just see that our content is coming or not. Yes, there is an yes, there is a mistake in this particularly far class, so I have to remove this. Play circle. Oh, okay, now check this. Okay, so our icon is done now. So now we are going to style this particularly section. So just So our first class, that is in this particularly class, so let me just design. Width should be 100%. Background color should be a nice blue, and padding property, that is in 15 pixel and 13 pixel from left and right. Okay, next we have Control V. Okay, no, that's not the Control Z. Inner call 2. Okay, and for the H2, this particularly, so adding property, that is in 20 pixel, 13 pixel. Okay, font size should be 20 pixel. Font weight should be bold. Letter spacing property, that is in 1 pixel, and color is orange. Okay, it could be done now for the column for H2. Then we have the H1. Okay, so let me just, I have to check first for the H1 that I already set it here, copying that. Okay, now we have to design for this P. Control V, and here there is in P section for the P class. For the P tag, that should be same before, padding 20 pixel, 30 pixel. Okay, font size should be 18 pixel, and line height property, that is a 20 pixel. Okay, so after completing this, next we have to check first. So we have to design first image. So we are designing first image, then we are working for the button class. So the detox, control V, detox, inner column to image, height as in 500 pixel. Okay, and the width as in 600 pixel. Okay, so Control S, and next we have for the eye. Okay, so position should be absolute. Okay, padding property, that is 15% and 20%. Font size should be 100 pixel, and color is white. Okay, so our image is ready now. Now we have to work on this particularly button. Okay, so there isn't something should be changed for the button. That should be same as in that we are designing before for this button. Okay, so I have to just copying this all this content. here there is a change. Now in the next section, after completing this particular section, we are going to design this next section. Okay, so I'm directly going to design first creating my HTML content. Okay, and that I'm taking as in class detox product. Okay, then in that particularly section I'm creating detox product content class. Then yes, there is an h1, so I'm copying that content from here and pasting them. Okay, same as it is for the okay. And after that there is one button, so I'm taking the button class is equal to button and name it as an button started now. Okay, so there is another section for this image. So in that detox product image class, in that I am adding the images. Image src is equal to yes this one, the second and there is a one class of that image, that is an image p. Okay, so now we are going for css file designing section. So open this. Yes, here I am first setting the comment section 5. Okay, and I am copying this particular section and margin top should be 100 pixel, width should be 100 percentage. Okay, then there is an height also that I have to set, that is an 18 ph. Okay, and the background color should be dark orange and text color should be white. Okay, so the next class, that is in text line should be center. Okay, and same as it is, Control V for the H1, that is in padding should be 13 pixel from all the sides. Font size should be in 15 pixel. Okay, and I'm copying the font family just before. So Control C, and here the Control V. Okay. Then the next we have Control C, sorry, detox product content, the P tag. So there is an padding property should be 20 pixel from all the sides, and font size should be 20 pixel. Okay, so let me just check first our template. So okay, so our content is ready over here. So now we are going to add another for the button class. Okay, so here detox product content dot button class. So in that there is width should be 200 pixel, then padding should be 15 pixel, font size 12 pixel, font weight should be 700. Okay, then text transformation property should be uppercase, background color that is in lime green, color is in white color, border should be none, border radius should be 10 pixel. Okay, and now we have to create our button is ready. Now I have to create the hover effect that is set over here, dark green. So directly copying this particularly content and pasting over here with the hover effect we are setting, that is in background should be green, and the transition property I am using here. So directly transition should be 0.5 second easy. Okay, so let me just check first. Okay, so it could be done. Now we are working for this particularly image. So the next class, that is an dot image class. So in this, the margin that is 75 pixel and 115 pixel. Okay, display should be inline flex manner. Height of this image is, that is in 200 pixel, and width should be also 200 pixel. So let me check now. Okay, so our images all are ready to set over here. Now the next part is remaining for this particularly P, image P class. So copying this particularly and dot image P class, and here the height should be 213 pixel and the margin of property should be minus 330 pixel. Okay, so here there is a mistake of this particular section. Let me just check first. So okay, our images should be ready, but there isn't some gap, so I have to delete this. So margin here I'm increasing, there is anything pixel. Let me just check first. Okay, so yes, it could be removing now. So 19 file, so check this. So that we are setting now, just check this. Yes, this could be done now. There is some small amount of spaces remaining. Okay, so control S. Now we are working for this particularly images. Okay, so control C and dot control V over here. So the margin property should be 100 pixel and 115 pixel from left and right. Display property should be inline flags and height should be 200 pixel, and the same, that is in width property, it also 200 pixel. Okay, so now we are working for this particular image. So let me just open this class, control V and dot image T. Okay, so let me just give the height as in 213 pixel and margin top property should be minus 13 pixel. Okay, so next, yes, this could be 10. Okay, now the next part. Okay, there is one remaining. Yes, our content is set over here. So now we are going for this particularly section. So go for this particularly CSS here, and we are going to start this. We have to code it first. So after completing this particularly section, here I am creating another new section, that is an detox detail class, and there is an h1, so I am copying from here and pasting right there, and there is an button. Okay, so I am copying this class from here to here, and now in the place of now I am setting here the today. Okay, so now we are working for this particularly class, so control C and here control V. Okay, so for the detox detail, there is a background should be linear gradient property, and here the RGPA should be 0, 0.5 and is okay. Now the height should be 14 VH. Okay, background position should be font size is a cover, and background attachment is a fixed. Okay, so next we have this particularly. Let me check first. So this could be done. Okay, now we have this particularly content. So here control V and H1 for this, and drawing this adding top should be 100 pixel. Font size is a 15 pixel. Font family that I am copying from here, Control C, and here directly the Control V. Okay, the color is in white. Okay, now we are going for this particularly button class. So let me just detox detail dot button, and margin should be 10 pixel, width should be 200 pixel, heading is in 15 pixel, font size should be 12 pixel, font weight is a 700, text transformation property should be uppercase, background lime green, color white, border none, and the border radius should be 10 pixel. Okay, and the last there is an over effect, so Control C and here Control V. Here the over effect that I am applying, that is background should be orange, and the transition property 0.4 second is set. Okay, let me check now. Template. Okay, so I have to text line property, just check it. Yes, here it is. I have to check text line check. Okay, so now our section is ready. Now the next section for this our website is this particularly images and this particularly content. So let me design our HTML code first. So after completing this particularly div class, our next division class, that is an detox image grade H1. That I have to copy this premium ingredients, Control C, and here the Control V. Okay, then I need the P tag, so copying this content, Control C and Control V. Okay, and there is one div section, that is an detox image inner grade. Okay, so here I have to set the images in this particularly folder, that is an image grade, image image 1, same image src is equal to image grade image 2, image src image grade 3. Okay, so image all are setted over are here. So now the next part is that we have to design over the CSS code. We have to design this particularly content. So open this, Control C, and here Control V. The height should be 100 ph. Okay. Next design width property should be 100 pixel, so 100 percentage. Text align should be, where is the text align? Yeah, center. And the background color is lime green. Okay, so next we have this particular H1, so I am copying this, Control V, H1, so adding stops should be 15 pixel. Okay, font size also 15 pixel. Okay, font family, I have to copy this font family before the that I'm using in all the websites. Control C and Control V, and color is a white. Okay, now we are working for this particular page section. So dot detox image grade for the key, padding bottom is in 15 pixel, font size that is an 18 pixel, line height 13 pixel, and color is a white. Okay, so next we have particularly this class. So filter grayscale property is in 16 percentage. Okay, so let me check first. Okay, our images is ready in the grayscale format. Okay, and yes, sorry, I have to here add this weird. Okay, so now we have to set the hover effect. So Control C, Control V, scale, shape it 0%. Okay. So, okay. All these images, so here I will just set the image. Now we have the next section, that is in our client testimonials, this particular section. End of our this tutorial, our video, sorry. So let me just go first the designing part. So here I have to add the section 6. So section div dot detox client testimonial there is an also image. So now I'm copying this, particularly the div section 3 times. Okay, and then I'm just removing this image's name. That's it. Okay. So can we just check this first? The name and Harish. And this creepy packet. Okay, so just see this, our content is ready. Now we have to style this particularly sections 6. So let me just define section 6. So detox, so I have to copy this class here, background color is blue. Text line, the center, heading is in 100 pixel. Okay, so now we have to working for this H1, so I'm copying this and pasting here and H1. So adding top should be 15 pixel. Font size should be 15 pixel also. Font weight is a bold. Okay, I have to copy this font family. And the color is a Z black. Okay, so next we have this particularly for the P, so I'm copying. Font size should be 20 pixel and the color is in black. Okay. Next we have this particularly class, Control C and here Control V. So let's just first check our okay, our current testimonial. This particular section is done. Now we are working for this next section for the row. So that is an adding property should be 15 pixel. Background color is a nice blue and display in a inline flex manner. Okay, so our content is done now. Now this for the column Control C and there's a H2 color is a lime green and the font size is a 13 pixel. Okay, so that's the button. Now we have to copy column H2, then we have a P. So padding top should be 20 pixel. Color that is a dark gray. Okay. Then font size should be 20 pixel. Okay, so this could be done. For now we have to work for this particularly images. So let me just working for that. So detox client or image margin top should be 13 pixel and the border radius should be 100 pixel. Okay, so our template is now going to be ready with this all this content. Okay, and the last and the remaining section, that is this particularly copyright options, that I have to designing first and then then we end this particularly video. Okay, copyright section. Copyright. Then we have this Control C, Control V over here. Okay. Yes. Next, here I have to just design, and yes, here I have to create this particular section class name as in copy. Right. Okay. So here dot copyright class width is 100%. Padding is in 15 pixel. Display inner line flex. So inline, that will just check this. Text align center. Okay, just check this. Wait a while. Yes. Now I have to remove this. Okay, now it could be done. And there is an, yes, there we have to add the background color black. Otherwise, yes, there is a color code 000 and the color that is in white. Okay. Done. So, okay. Now, after completing this, there is an, okay, so just check this. Okay, so our template is, you can see that right now. I hope you all likes my videos. If you like my video, then share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you.